Good morning, students. Hello, everyone. See, into my last lecture, we complete up to method number 5. Right? Now, move forward and we complete up to exercise 1.2. Okay? And I am giving you the homework that exercise 2.1.2, question number 2, 3 and 4. Okay? I hope you complete these all. Now, move forward to our next topic, that is on page number 19, that is index number, method of weighting average. First of all, the next one is method of weighted average. I am writing the method. Please write down in your example book, method number 6. Weighted average method, right? Index number by weighted average method. Okay, what is the formula for that? I is equal to sigma I double divided by sigma double. What is that? First of all, if here index number is given, right? So here I is equal to index number and W is equal to weight. If into the sum weight is already given, then you can use that, or if weight is not given, then you have to write that where I is equal to P1 upon P0 into 100. When in the sum they given the information regarding price of current year, price of previous, that is base year, and the quantity. See here, what is W? W is equal to P0 into Q0, quantity of the base year. When it is given the price of current year, price of base year as well as quantity of base year, then you have to write by this way. If it is specifically said that index number is given and weight is given, then you have to just multiply I and W, that is IW, and the total of that is sigma IW, and the total of weight is sigma W. So this is our next method, that is you can say weighted average method, which is given on the page number 20. Okay, so now see next method. First of all, we are continue with this particular method. The sum of that method is illustration number 11. Okay, so I am reading first question. Find the index number for the year 2016 with the base year 2011 by weighted average method. Underline that, weighted average method, from the following data of the price and weight of 5 different items. See here, specifically weight is given. Weight is 40, 25, 5, 20 and 10 for 5 items. So W is given, so you don't use this you don't want to use this formula because W is already given. Now price of current year as well as price of base year is given here, so you have to use this one. You can use this and you don't have to use this one because here weight is already given. Quantity of base year is not given. Here directly weight is given. Okay, so I am writing that. Illustration 11. First one item, that is A, B, C, D and E. Then the weight is given. Weight is 20, 40, then 25, then 5, then 20 again, then 10. Okay, so here item and weight, see we can write here as W, and we can write here like this, it is a sigma W. The total of these is 100. Okay, now see that here, that is price of 2011 and price of 2016 is given. Price of 2011 is called P0. Because it is a base year price. It is given like 160, then 400, then 50, then 10, and then 2. That is P0. Now P1, that is price of current year. Price of current year is given 200, then 600, then 70, 18, and the last one is 3. So here what information is given, I am writing just that information on the board. Now what is the formula? See the formula, index number. For index number, I is equal to sigma IW upon sigma W. Sigma W is equal to 100. That we already find out. But now IW, for that we want I. What is the formula for I? I is equal to P1 upon P0 into 100. So here we have to write that P1, that is 200 upon P0, that is 160. 200 divided by 160 into 100, that is your I. What is your I first? We have to make this column is somehow big because we can write easily 200 divided by 160 into 100. Do by yourself into your calci, that is 125. Here your first A item's index number is, you can say, 125. Now P1, that is 600 divided by 400 into 100, that is 150. Index for B item is equal to 150. Now for C, 70 divided by 50 into 100, that is 140. C, 70, that is P1 divided by 50, that is P0 into 100, that is 140. Next one is 18 divided by 10 into 100, it is 180. And in the last, 3 divided by 2, this one is P1 is 3 divided by 2 into 100, that is 150. So here our I is there and here the W is there. We want IW, that is multiplication of that particular 2. So IW is equal to multiplication of these two. We are writing here 40 into 125. So what is the answer? 5000 is the answer. 150 into 25, that is 3750. 140 into 5, that is 700. Now 20 into 180, that is 3600. And 150 into 10, that is 1500. and make the total. It is our sigma IW. Sigma IW is equal to 14,450. Sorry, 14,550. So here your IW is here, your W is here. So you can write the value 14,550 divided by 100. So your index number is 145.50. And you have to write that. Thus we can say that there is an increase in the 145.50 minus 100, that is 45.50% in price in the year 2016 on the basis of as a compared to 2011 price. So here your weighted average method illustration number 11 is over. So first of all, write down this. Okay, so now this method is complete. Now the method number 7. We'll continue with the next method, that is method number 7. See, next method is find out index number by 3 different persons: Laspeyres, Paste's and Fisher's. Okay, so we have to find out the formula by Laspeyres formula, index number by Laspeyres formula, that is you can say IL, index number by Paste's formula, that is you can say that it is IP, and index number of Fisher. Here you have a 3 persons formula, that is first one is Laspeyres formula, second one is Paste's formula, and the third one is Fisher's formula. Now see here, what is the formula to find out index number by Laspeyres? That one is IL is equal to sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into 100. What is P1, what is Q0, what is P0 and what is Q0? See here, it is where you can write here P1 is equal to price of current year, P0 is equal to price of base year, or you can say fixed year, and Q0 is equal to quantity of base year. What is that? See, into the question, whenever they ask find out the index number by Laspeyres formula, by Paste's formula or by Fisher's formula, you have to write like this. What information first of all given into the question? Into the question, price of current year, price of base year and quantity of base year is given. Then you can use Laspeyres formula. See, the main thing is that these two is given in all the questions. price of current year as well as price of base year is given into all the question, because the formula for past year, here see the formula for past year, sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. See what the information is given here and which information we have to use in past year's formula. P1, that is price of current year, P0, that is price of base year. So price of current year and price of base year is used in both the formulas, P1 P0, here also again P1 P0, right? But in last year's formula only quantity of base year is used. See here Q0, and in the past year's formula you have to use Q1, that is quantity of current year. See, you can identify that if it is not specifically given that which formula we have to use. See, whenever what information is given, you can identify on the basis of that. If the information of Q0, quantity of base year, is given, then you can write this formula, that is last year's formula. And if quantity of current year is given, then you have to write the past year's formula. And see here, I am giving the shortcut to remember this formula. Last year's formula, you can say it is 1000, and past year's formula you have to remember that 101101. Last year's formula you have to remember 1000, and for the past year's formula you have to remember 1101. Why? See here 1000. In last year's formula 1 is first. See, you have to write sigma PQ, but now which one here? 1000. So for last year you have to remember just 1000. 1 then 000, that is 1000, right? And for past year's formula you have to remember 1101, that is 1101. You just have to write PQ in numerator as well as in denominator. Then 1101 you have to write here, and 1000, that is here you have to write. Okay, so it is shortcut to remember the formula, or otherwise it is regularly you can remember this formula, because it is also a easiest one. Now see the Fisher's formula. Here in Fisher formula, if they ask that find out all these three, that is last year's formula, then past year's formula, and then find out Fisher's index number, right? Then you can use this formula, because first of all you have to find out into that last year's index number, then past year's index number, and answer of both is written here, multiplication of this, that two answer, and the square root of this is your Fisher's index number. But in the question, if they don't ask about IL and IP, that is index number for last year and index number for past year, if they don't ask, if directly ask what is the IF, that is give me the answer of direct Fisher's index number. If they ask like that, then here I am writing or IF is equal to, here you have to write this one, sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0 into sigma, now this one P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1, and after under root, after square root, you have to multiply 100. Here, see the difference. Whenever you are writing this formula, you don't have to multiply 100 here. But whenever you are writing this formula, that means direct the P1 Q0, P0 Q0, that is 1000 into 1101. Then you have to multiply after the square root 100. Okay, so first of all, write down these three formulas compulsory, because see, after 12 you have to go in any commerce stream or any commerce course. If the statistics is there, this chapter will ask compulsorily, and this formula is also used at that time. So it is most important. Please write down this. First of all, see, okay, complete. See, if they specifically ask that find out last payer's formula, last payer's index number, past year's index number, or Fisher index number, then it is okay. But if they ask find out the ideal index number, see, the Fisher index number is the ideal index number. So if the question is like that, that you have to find out the ideal index number, don't be confused. You have to find out IF, that is Fisher's formula. Okay, now see the next illustration, that is on page number 22. I am reading the question first. Find the last payer's Passe and Fisher index number. See, the question is specifically asked that you have to find out last payer's Passe and Fisher's index number for the year 2016, which with base year 2015 from the data about price and consumption of the food items given below. Okay, so here item is given, that is rice, milk, bread and banana. Unit is given. See, into this question, whenever unit is given, you have to first confirm that the unit given and the quantities unit given is both are same or not. See here, I am reading first. For rice, kilogram is there as a unit, and in quantity of that 2016 1.5 kilogram is there, and in quantity of 2015 1 kilogram is there. See, the unit given into unit column and the unit given into the quantity column is if same, then you don't worry, it is easiest sum. But if any difference between the unit given in the unit column and the unit given in the quantity column, then or consumption column, then you have to make with another formula or you have to make a extra calculation for that, working note for that. We will discuss that into our next illustration. First of all, here the easiest sum, so I am writing that illustration 12, item, then unit, whatever given, first of all you have to write that, then price of year 2016, that is price of base year, current year. But first of all we are writing the price of 15 or the information of year 2015 because it is base year, P0 or you can say Q0. right? Then year 2000, P1 and Q1, price of current year as well as price of base year. Now see, whatever information given, I am writing that first. Rice, then milk, then bread, then banana, now unit is given, that is first of all kg, kilogram, then liter, then again kg, kilogram, and then dozen. Now the price of base year, first of all we have to write this price of base year, that is here 39, then 40, then 45, and then 30. So here some difficulty is there. Here they give first 2016 information and then given 2015 information, and we are writing like this: first of all 2015 data and then 2016's data. Whatever style is given into the question, you have to write like this compulsory, because you have to write first 2015 data, that is base year data, and then only the current year data, compulsory. Okay, keep in mind that. Now quantity of the base year, that is 2015 quantity, is 1 kilogram, that is 1, then 12 liter, that is 12, then 2 kg, and then 2 dozen. See here, kilogram is in the unit as well as kilogram in the unit of the base year. Liter, then liter, kg, then kg, and dozen, then dozen. So it means it is a easiest sum. Now price of current year, that is 40, then 44, then 50, and then 36. This is the price of current year. Now quantity of current year, that is 1.5, then 10 liter, then 1.5 kg again, and then 1.5 dozen. See, this is the information given into the question. Now they ask to us that find out IL, IP as well as IF. So what is the formula for IL? Sigma 1000. 1000 means PQ. PQ. Now 1000, 1000, that is 1000, right? So here we have to multiply with 100. So first of all we have to find out P1 Q0, then we have to find out P0 Q0. So two column we have to prepare. For that is, for last pair, P1 Q0. Then the next one is P0 Q0. Then what is the formula for the past check? See here, I am writing the formula here. IP is equal to sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. So first of all I am writing these two column P1 Q0, then P0 Q0. Now for passe I have to prepare P1 Q1 column, right? So here the column is P1 Q1, and the next column is P0 Q1. Right? So for last pair and passe, we have to prepare 4 columns in all the sums. Whenever they ask about last pair's formula, Fisher's formula or past chase formula, we have to prepare these 4 columns compulsory. Okay, so first of all we have to multiply these. Which one? P1 Q0. Here we have to find out where P1, here is the P1, and where Q0, here is the Q0. See, you have to calculate like this. P1, that is P1, and Q0, that is Q0. So you have to multiply by this way. 40 into 1, that is 40. Then 12 into 44. See, then you have to multiply this by yourself into calci. I haven't, that's why I am writing from this. 528. Then 550 into 2, that is 100. And then 36 into 2, that is 72. So here I multiply 40 into 1, that is 40. 12 into 44, that is 528. 50 into 2, that is 100. And 36 into 2, that is 72. This one is your first column, P1 Q0. So make the total here and write the total here. That is sigma. You have to write sigma P1 Q0 is equal to, what is the answer? First of all, 600, 700, 740. Yes, it is 740. Okay. Now, see, the next column is P0 Q0. So you have to multiply this and this. P0 Q0. So write down this. 39 into 1. That is 39. 40 into 12. 480. 45 into 2. 90, and 30 into 2, that is 60. So you have to make the total, that you have to write again sigma P0 Q0 is equal to multiplication of P and Q, P0 and Q0, that is 669. The total is 669. Okay. Now the next one is P1 Q0. Multiplication of these two, P1 and Q1. Sorry, P1 and Q1. That's why 40 into 1.5. That is 60. 44 into 10. That is 440. 50 into 1.5. That is 75. And 36 into 1.5. 54. So make the total here. Sigma P1 Q1 is equal to 629 is the total, right? Now the next one is sigma P0 Q1. Here is the P0, here is the Q1. So first of all you have to multiply by this way. 39 into 1.5, that is 58.5. Then 40 into 10, that is 400. So be careful here. Whenever you are multiplying these, you have to multiply by this way. You have to make your finger here and then multiply, because if your multiplication is wrong, then at this column if you are multiplying these two or these two or these two, then your answer here is wrong, as well as this answer is also wrong. So your whole table and your whole calculation is wrong because of only one calculation is wrong. So be careful. Okay, see here, now 45 into 1.5, that is 67.5, and the last one 30 into 1.5, that is 45. So the total is sigma P0 Q1 is equal to 571. You have to write this by this way compulsory, because it is easy, and it is also only one point is that the calculation is very hard where you are not concentrating here. If you are multiplying any of the other column and writing here, then your answer will be wrong, as well as this answer is also wrong. Now just put the value into the formula. It is now easy. Okay, first of all I am writing IL is equal to P1 Q0 740 divided by P0 Q0 669 into 100. So multiply and divide in your calci. The answer is 110.6128. 110.6128. So your exact answer or approximate answer is 110 point, here only 61. First of all you have to write 4 to 5 digit into your answer, and then exact you have to write only 2 digit after point into your answer. Okay, see here, last year's index number is 110.61. Now the past year's index number, sigma P1 Q0. What is sigma P1 Q0? 629. Then what is sigma P0 Q1? That is 571 into 100. So multiply and divide in your calci. The answer is 110.1576. So your answer, approximate answer is 110 point. See here 15, but here the third digit after point is more than 5. That's why we have to add here 1. That is 15 plus 1, that is 16. So the answer is 110.16. It is the last pair, it is the last pair's index number 110.61. Then past year's index number is 110.16. And here the third question is also there, that you have to find out the past year's Fisher's index number. What is the formula for Fisher's index number? When they ask last pair and Fisher, we have to use the first formula, that is square root IL into IP. Or if they directly ask, they don't ask IL and IP, they directly ask you have to find out IF, then you have to use the second one. Okay, so here IL is also there, IP is also here, so we have to just write down this IL into IP into in the square root. So we are putting the value here from 110.61 into 110.16. First of all, you have to write the multiplication. What is the multiplication? And then you have to write the direct square root of that multiplication. First of all, multiply into your calci, then square root. Find out the square root. And what is the answer? That is 110.3876. 3847. So your exact answer is 110.38. This is your Fisher, this is your Paasche, and this is your last year's index number. See the question again. From the data, price and find out the last pair, Paasche and Fisher index number. Here we are finding out last pair, Paasche and Fisher index number we don't have to subtract 100, or if they ask that interpret it or find out the how many percentage increase or decrease, then and then you have to subtract 100 from that. Otherwise, this is your answer. Okay, so first of all, write down this. Okay, complete. So now here I am concluding my lecture, and today's time for homework is I am writing here see, illustration 14 is just like this, and it is very easy to calculate. I am reading the question first. Find the ideal index number for the given data. See, ideal index number, that means Fisher's index number. So the price and quantity of base year as well as current year is given here in illustration 14, and you just have to find out the Fisher's index number. What is ideal index number? That is only Fisher's index number. First of all, you have to find out all these things, and just you have to divide this divided by this and this divided by this and then make the square root into 100. That is your Fisher's index number. So it is easy. I am giving you into the homework. That is illustration number 14 is the same as method number 7. Okay. Now, in the exercise book, you have to write exercise 1.3. From exercise 1.3, you have to calculate question number 1, 2 and 3. See, question number 1 is weighted average method, that is sigma IW upon sigma W. Okay. Again, second question is also sigma IW upon sigma W. It is also easy. See, if you don't understand this question, that is exercise 1.3 question number 2, if you don't understand this, then I will do in my next lecture. First of all, try by yourself. It is easy. And then the third one is the Laspeyres, Paasche and Fisher's index number. Okay. So here your homework, only one sum from illustration and 3 sums from exercise. Okay. Thank you, class.